something to confess to you guys, and it might come to you as a surprise. But before I confess this thing about myself, I need to give a little bit of context to who I am as a creator. I have always been the type of creator who just loves titles and motion graphics. You know, those little nuances in the video that just spice things up. You know, things like grain, light leaks, transitions, 3-track text, you name it, I love it all. So now that I've given some context about myself as a creator, let's get back to my confession. I haven't used After Effects in over 10 years. That's right, even though as much as I love titles and motion graphics and all those different kinds of effects, I still haven't opened up After Effects in over 10 years. The first reason is I just don't know how. Now, I can do some basic things in After Effects, but the things that I actually would like to achieve, I just don't know how to do them in After Effects. And the second reason is I just don't have time. As a content creator, I don't have 3 hours every single day to do titles and motion graphics for my videos, because in 3 hours, you should pretty much already have filmed and edited your video and already working on the thumbnail. Or at least that's how it feels sometimes. So at this point, you're probably wondering, well, what kind of wizardry are you doing in order to get all your titles and motion graphics done for your videos? And I have one word, motionVFX. Or I guess that's kind of like 2 words. Now, just to preface this video, I want to make sure that you guys know that this video is in no way sponsored by motionVFX, but they have been kind enough to offer a 10% discount using the code Teppo MVFX, which will give you 10% store-wide off all of their packs. And as well, I will get a small kickback from them. So consider it an investment into yourself and to my channel, which I greatly appreciate. Now, if you haven't heard yet about motionVFX, it is a fantastic place for all content creators, editors out there. They literally have hundreds of asset packs for different genres and themes, and their plugins work on Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, and DaVinci. So depending on which editing suite you're using, there'll be plugins for you to use. I literally use motionVFX packs for all my titles, motion graphics, transitions in all of the videos that you see on my channel. Now, because there just isn't enough time to go through every single amazing pack on motionVFX website, I thought that in this video, I would share with you guys my #1 favorite motionVFX pack, and that's the MKBHD pack. If you've never heard of MKBHD, I don't know what planet you're living on, but he's an amazing tech reviewer. Now, what I love about this pack is that it has all the tools that you need to run a YouTube channel. And like I said before, when you're a content creator on YouTube, you gotta be making a lot of videos fast, and having these different tools just speeds up the process and makes your videos so much more high quality. So let's jump into Final Cut Pro and let me show you the MKBHD pack and what it has to offer us as YouTube content creators. Now, when you open up the MKBHD pack, you can see that there is 7 different sections. You got backgrounds, calls to action, features, intros, lower thirds, titles, and last but not least, my favorite actually, the tools and effects. I thought in this video it would be fun just to go one by one and show you what is in this pack so you can really see, hands-on what you're gonna get for a low price of $99. I was just shocked that the price is only 99 bucks for all these tools, because honestly, it saved me so many hours and it's made my videos so much more high quality, and they're just so easy to use. So $99 is nothing for this pack. But the first section is the backgrounds pack. Now, these backgrounds are great because they transition in and out, or you can choose not to, but it's great because if, for example, you're going from, for example, this B-roll shot to now an office shot more, here I can take this talking shot, and then we have this B-roll shot, and then you can put a background in between. Now, look how smoothly and seamlessly right away I got this drone shot, and then all of a sudden it just transitioned to the background, and then you can change the length to go accordingly, and now all of a sudden it's my talking headshot. Now, the way I like to use these backgrounds is I like to use them as transitions from the B-roll to the talking, or in between the talking headshots to list off points. So what you can do is you can use the background, and then on top of the background, add a titles asset, which we'll see later. And just combining the two, all of a sudden you've got really nice titles and chapters for your video. Now, in this backgrounds pack, we've got this cool gray triangular thing. Then we've got this one that has these wavy dots. A lot of these features have a really nice, clean, minimalistic look with this grainy feel. I really like that. This is this triangles, bring it down and then swoops back up. Here we have just cool little titles going across. And this last one has these little lines going over there. Really nice stylistic backgrounds. And all these backgrounds, you can customize them. So when you throw them onto your video, you can go over here, you can choose whether you want to animate in, animate out. You can change the dots, the sizes, the colors, how much grain, backgrounds, and every single asset is going to have different customizations for it. So really cool to dive into that and make it a little bit more customized to look that you want for your channel. Now, after backgrounds, we have calls to action, which are really important. Oftentimes when I'm watching people's videos on YouTube, I'm thinking something in my mind, but I don't act on it. Especially when it comes to things like subscribing or like, which do help with algorithm gods. So if you haven't remembered to subscribe or like, you can hit that below right now. But a lot of times I might think in my mind, oh, I really love this channel, but I just don't press the subscribe button. I forget. But then if you have a call to action like here, they've got this great subscribe call to action. You can throw it in right there and people see it on your videos and go, oh yeah, I gotta remember to subscribe, and you click the subscribe button. It sounds kind of silly, like, do I really need to tell or show people to subscribe? But yes, you do. The audience might be thinking something, but they don't act on that because we just forget to. So these call to actions are really handy and can really help with the growth of your channel. On top of the subscribe, we have a call to action to follow different social channels. We have a call to action for a new video, just to show that when new video is out. Another call to action is to subscribe with the avatar, so you can put your photo in there, which might be a little bit more eye-catching than the first one, but depends what kind of style you want to go for. And the last one is just a call to action to press the like button. You know, the classic like button, smash that down there. But simple call to actions, but actually very powerful. The next section is features. Now here, there's 5 different assets and all of them are showing off different features. This is great if you're doing a tech review or you're doing a tutorial and you want to list off different points. You want to do a rating system for how you evaluate something, or you can do different details and specs for a product. All really great, clean looking. Again, that nice, grainy, minimalist look for all these different feature assets. And I'm using these in all of my videos, especially when I'm doing a review or a comparison video. I love these features. From there, we've got the intros. I don't know if you guys have noticed, this might look familiar. This one I use probably in all of my intros whenever I have a sponsor. I love just going from the B-roll to all of a sudden transition, this really cool transition, reveal the logo of the company, and back into the talking headshots. On top of that one, we also have other transitions where you can add logos, text. This one's really cool as well. Just like everything is just so minimalistic, nice uniform look. So if you really like this look, having this asset pack will just create that overall feel for your channel. All right, on top of intros, we have lower thirds. Really great for revealing a character, a person on your channel. If you're running a podcast, for example, or you have guests on your channel, you can easily, with these lower thirds, add them in there, reveal title, location, a point or what camera you're using. Really simple, drag and drop, animates in and out, or you can take it off if you want. Again, lower thirds. And the last assets we have are titles, which you always need in videos. Titles for the intro of your video, titles for your points, titles just to highlight a certain place you're at. And I love, again, all these different assets. They just look so filmic, cinematic. They just look good with this kind of, modern retro vibe to it. So here's the other ones. Here you can have a little drop zone for, photo or logo. Another one, really cool, simple. And the last one, you can have some intro text for your video. So those are all the different assets to help you with, backgrounds, motion transitions, titles, lower thirds, call to actions. But the last section is the toolbox that really helps us out as YouTube content creators. We have, additional footage. You kind of put a pip screen into your video if you want to, be watching drone footage while talking about it in your studio. We got a check mark. If you're check mark, highlighting something. There's a whole color correction toolbox, which is really cool. I want to dive more into that. We got the constant zoom. If you want to create kind of tension or just keep the viewer's attention on the subject, you can just slowly, constantly zoom. I can add it here, for example, on my talking right here. And usually you can do these by putting keyframes and scales, but this asset pack just makes everything so much faster and smoother. So that's why I love it. You have focus in, so it can be out of focus and all of a sudden focus in on something, focus out. We have grain, glow, nice effect add, the letterbox. You can easily add that anamorphic look to your footage. Then some cool little assets. You got a pointer. You got another pointer, a selection, selecting a certain area of your video, and underscore. And it doesn't stop there. Things that would take you quite a lot of time with keyframing and just doing it manually, you can do the split screen, quickly split screen 2 different footage clips on top of each other. We got the thumbnail creator, kind of like a cool little intro to your video. We can do vertical footage. So, if you have vertical footage and we know vertical in a landscape all of a sudden doesn't fit in very well, so it's gonna just kind of like extend and blur the sides, so you can add vertical footage there, like the thumbnail. And then we got the zoom in. The zoom in is a little bit more of a drastic, kind of like YouTube zoom in if you're highlighting a point or doing something dramatic. But these tools and effects I'm using literally every single day on every single one of my videos, and it honestly saves me so many hours. But I just wish I would have known about motionVFX like 5-8 years ago, because for many years I just didn't really do a lot of titles or motion graphics because, like I said earlier, I didn't have the time and energy to dump into After Effects to do it all myself. And there was a lot of plugins out there that I found just weren't high quality. They just didn't look good. But motionVFX, wow, they are, in my opinion, killing the whole title and asset pack game. So if you want to check out MKBHD, this is the ultimate tool pack if you are a YouTube content creator. I'll make sure to link it below in my description. Use the code Teppo MVFX and you'll get 10% off. But yeah, that's my confession, guys. Haven't opened up After Effects in 10 years. But we're doing pretty well, I think, without it. I think I probably won't be opening up that program for another 10 years, because if companies like motionVFX are continually creating amazing assets for us, well, why do you even need to open it up? That's just my thoughts. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Confident that these asset packs will help you guys make your videos so much faster, yet keeping a high quality style to it. All right, we're out of here.